Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to the channel. If this is the first time you are seeing me, hi, my name is Kayla Jukic, and currently I am on the Norwegian Prima. Today is technically day 5 and we are in our third port stop, which is Costa Maya, Mexico. Now, if you've been keeping up with my Norwegian Prima videos, in the last one I said our second port stop and the next day was going to be Belize. And you guys will literally not believe what happened. We actually did not make it there. The Harvest Caye Belize port did get canceled, which was yesterday. That is why there is no vlog for that. I have been on 5 cruises and my husband has been on 10, and what we experienced yesterday is something we've never experienced before, and I'm sure majority of the people that are watching this has never happened to either. I don't want you to get scared or anything, kind of just disclaiming it. Everyone is safe and sound. But yesterday we did have a bit of an issue. To start the whole story off, I woke up really early and I went to the gym just like I do every day. I went to go do a quick 30 to 45 minute back and bicep workout, and the gym is at the front of the boat, so you can have a really nice view of everything. So of course I was looking outside, and it was about an hour before we were supposed to get off the boat to go on to Belize. And I'm at the gym and I'm looking outside and I'm like, I don't see any island literally anywhere. I was kind of looking at the water and I was kind of figuring out our speed, and I was like, we're really not moving very fast. Like, what's happening? So anyways, I continued my workout. I did it. I really didn't think too much of it, but when I got back to the room, I said to my husband what I noticed, and I am not kidding you. Probably 5 minutes after I got back to the room and I told him, the captain came on and made an announcement. Wait for it. He made an announcement that our propeller was broken, so we were not moving. We could not go anywhere. The ship literally had no speed, so we were quite literally just floating in the middle of the ocean. At this time, it was like, I think 9:30 a.m. and we were supposed to get off the boat at 10 a.m. And basically the captain said that this issue started last night and they haven't been able to fix it on board, so now they were trying to have somebody fix it remotely. We were honestly shocked. We could not believe this. We were like, we had so many questions, right? We were like, what's gonna happen? Are all of the ports gonna get canceled? Are we gonna have to get towed back to Florida? Are we gonna have to get towed to a port? Like, we had so many questions, but the captain reassured us that we were all safe on the boat. It was just an issue with we had no speed to move anywhere. Everyone honestly seemed very calm, but of course, because of this, we had to cancel our Belize port. So apparently we are going to be getting compensated for like the port fees. It's going to be like reinstated back to us. I don't know. A couple hours later, the issue did get fixed. So we actually turned around the whole boat and now we are continuing with our itinerary. So today we are in Costa Maya, Mexico. Like I said, we were talking to some staff here and they said this has never happened, but it is a new ship. It only set sail in August of 2022. So, I mean, maybe the kinks are not all out. I don't know. But again, I just want to reiterate, we were all safe. You know, the staff was amazing. They changed the entertainment and that kind of stuff. So yeah, we're moving on to Costa Maya today. I'm excited to be here. I was very sad because I thought, you know, possibly everything else would get canceled, but we are all good. I have actually been to Costa Maya, Mexico with my husband on our last cruise with Carnival, so we are pretty familiar with the cruise port. So we're gonna go off, spend some time, walk around, do some things, and of course I'm gonna take you guys along with us. As always, this is the freestyle daily. Honestly, something I feel like I forgot to mention is one thing I like about cruises is every time you go to a port, so again we're in Costa Maya, there's always stuff going on the ship. So if people don't want to get off, there's things going on for them on board still. I guess quickly before we move on, this is kind of the little paper that we got, kind of just talking about the technical issues. This was the original itinerary. This is the revised one. So yesterday ended up obviously being a sea day, but we're done talking about this. Let's move on. Now, before heading off of the port, the first thing I did was I got breakfast. So as you can see, I had French toast, some hash browns, and a vegetable omelet with a big bowl of fruit. Now, this day, it was so windy. It's very hard to tell in the videos, but the waves were absolutely crazy. We could feel it on the boat. We were rocking so much. And then there was 2 Royal Caribbean ships parked beside us, and they were moving very intensely. So it was very, very windy. You can even see the flags. It was pretty crazy. But anyways, you're gonna walk down the pier, and once you first walk into the port, there's a bunch of things to do. So towards the left side, you see this Costa Maya sign where you can take some pictures. They also have a lot of excursion desks. So this one was for the Mayan ruins. Towards the middle, where you can see these orange wooden like teepee hut type of thing, that's where a lot of the excursions pick up people, so you have to go there if you booked an excursion. But if you were going to walk through the port, you're going to go through the port entrance, and it's first going to take you through this store, which basically sells a bunch of alcohol, cigarettes, cigars, all of that stuff. But once you finally walk through the store, this is kind of what you are seeing. Costa Maya is a really big, almost like a village or a market type of thing. It kind of feels like a resort. There is a ton of stores, as you can see. There's Diamond International stores, jewelry stores, a little bit of restaurants, huts, you can name it, they are there. We even saw this little cart with this guy making crepes, and honestly I really wanted to get one, but I forgot about it later on in the day. We just got carried away. I wish I came back, but honestly, if you have the chance to go there, please try it and let me know. But I definitely think this is the main thing that people do when they get off the port, is they go to the pool. The pool area is pretty big. There's a lot of chairs to do like sitting, tanning, whatever it is you want. This is like a back view of all of the seats there. I would probably say there's like at least 100 of them. And that's just in that little area that I showed you. But what I did with my mother-in-law is we went on the walking on air, which is $14 US per adult and $12 US per child. And basically you walk through a whole bunch of areas of different birds and species. I've actually already done this before. I did it with my husband in January of 2020, but this was my mother-in-law's first time here, and I wanted to do it with her because it was a great experience. But I definitely will say though, this time didn't compare to the first time in the sense that we didn't get to see as many birds. There just wasn't as many as I saw. There was definitely a ton of smaller birds, but there wasn't the bigger birds like the parrots. Very, very colorful parrots, actually, I should add, that I saw the first time. So that was a little bit disappointing as well. You know, when we first walked in, this is like an owl look point. You're trying to find 2 owls, I believe it was, and we couldn't find them. We were staring at it for about 5 minutes and we couldn't point them out. So we were a little bit disappointed about that because we didn't get to see it, but it was still a great experience, as you will see. So this is the first little main room that you're gonna walk into after the owls. I believe the first time we went, the owls was like somewhere in the middle, so they definitely do change it up, obviously, once in a while. But anyways, this is a really cool atmosphere. The birds are literally just flying around you. As you can see, they have little tree houses. There's lots of plants and flowers and all of that good stuff. Each room will also have this little informational wooden plaque that will tell you, you know, the reproduction, the feeding, the habitat, the geography, and what kind of birds you are actually looking at. So that is a good thing if you're unfamiliar with birds and you don't know what you're even looking at. This is here for you. Now this guy was super interesting because his belly was completely skin bare. As you can see, he had no feathers at all, and we weren't sure why. So I got some videos of him because it was definitely interesting. Now we're moving into the second room. This is where a lot of very vibrant and colorful parakeets were, and some ducks, as you can see. Honestly, I've seen ducks before, but these guys were so stinking cute. I got some really, really good videos of them, and they were like, it seemed like they liked the videos. They didn't really move. They were kind of just like posing. It was definitely very cute. Overall, I really liked this experience, which I think speaks for itself that I paid to see pretty much the same thing a second time just a few years later. There was definitely more rooms and birds and all of the species to see, but I didn't show you all of it just because I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone who might want to go or do it that is watching this. But anyways, you know, as you're walking through the bridges and getting to the different areas of this experience, it's pretty cool because you're walking above everyone else, and it's pretty long actually. It maybe takes you about like half an hour at least, maybe if not more. It kind of just depends on how long you want to spend in certain rooms. We saw people who would, you know, just be in there for 5 minutes and they would move on. Or, you know, for us, sometimes we were in the room for like 10 or 15 minutes before we moved on. So the timing is definitely up to you. Once you get towards the end of the experience, this is where you're walking over the area where you can swim with dolphins. We spent some time here just watching the dolphins and watching, you know, people swim with them, which was really cool. After that, we headed to Cantina Latina, which is a restaurant. You can get some quesadillas, nachos, burritos, get some drinks, whatever it is that you decide. The menu was pretty decent. This restaurant was definitely very central to this little, you know, marketplace, or like the port of Costa Maya. As you can see, it was actually packed. A lot of people were here. It is right beside the pool, so I definitely think that was advantageous to them. We decided to get a yard, which was the big drink. It was $18, and then these little palm drinks were $16. Now, this was definitely one of the shorter port stops we've been to. We had to actually be back on the boat by 2 p.m., so it was very busy getting back on and a little bit chaotic, but we made it happen. We got back on the boat. We went tanning on the Lido deck for a little bit. We got changed, showered, went for dinner, went for all of the shows, and had a really good night. So that is the end of this vlog. I hope you guys enjoyed this Costa Maya, Mexico cruise vlog on the Prima. Please make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.